Michael, it is so nice to speak with you today about this project. Very excited.
Thanks, George. It's
Um,
nice to meet you.
Likewise. So the first thing I want to ask, and it's probably a common question, but I still feel like I want to hear it. Adapting a game that, even if it's been a little while, is beloved, and there's a great awareness and a culture and subreddits and everything, right? And
Yeah.
YouTube videos, all of it, and bringing it to life and helping bring it to life, but also threading this needle that's like new people, but also people who know it so well they know it probably better than anybody who's working, right? So, like, just tell me a little bit about how you do that because you did it, it worked in season one, and you have to continue it. But just can you talk a little bit about how tricky that is and pulling it off? I feel like people don't appreciate enough that that in of itself is pretty crazy.
It's definitely tricky, especially something like this. I mean, for me, my North Star, and look, I'm someone who played the game, so I'm definitely like, for me, it's always like, well, what do I want to see?
Right.
And as someone I take in a lot of media. So I've seen a lot of the things that works and a lot of things that doesn't work. And for me, I'm always like, okay, I want to make sure the bones are there. What are the things that people are expecting? But I want to try to present it in a way that you might be surprised because that's how, look, we're adapting it. So there's always going to be some difference. So I want to try to give like, okay, like Axel's a good example. People want to see, like what I want to see is I want to see Axel in the wheels. I want to see that silhouette. And
Yeah.
and and that's what you expect. People are going to expect a tragic backstory, but the backstory is not going to be. We don't want to. I don't want to do the one-to-one thing that we've seen before in the other games. First of all, the games are always a little bit different, so I want to present it in a way that's a little surprising, a little fun, a little bit different. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing. At the end of the day, for me, adapting Twisted Metal is about adapting the fun, the
Yeah.
the the feeling of like setting off that perfect bomb at the right time. The feeling of setting off the special that takes out three people at once that you wish you could show your friends. The feeling of blowing up your best friend at the right time. That's the feeling I want to feel so that you have that great big smile throughout watching the show. That's
That
the big thing for me.
That is fascinating to me because when you talk about creating that experience that a gamer has in the game, but for a viewer of a TV show, it's like trying to hit the same note with a different instrument,
Yeah.
right? And I'm really curious when you talk about that because I love this idea. How do you manifest it for a viewer? It's a different interaction with the media, right? And we all consume all this media, but like you're talking about a feeling we get when we do something that we do, but when we're in that partially removed place, how do you get that feeling? Like, can you explain a little bit?
That's a fantastic question.
Thank you.
So when you're playing the game, obviously, yes, you're right. You're inputting things and you're feeling off you pulled off a cool move. So what are the things that it's honestly things to me it's the difference is like what are the coolest things that you can think of, right? To me it's like I just want to see cool stuff in the show. And I think the big thing I learned from season one going into season two is we need to lean into the things that feel twisted metal. We need to lean into what makes twisted metal twisted metal. And for me, it's things like Sweet Tooth lighting his hair on fire. That is the stuff that you can only see in our show.
Yeah.
So my big mandate to my writers this season were we need to lean into the twisted metal stuff. So like for instance, and this is a bit of a spoiler, but like, we have Grim. This isn't a spoiler, but Grim sucking up souls. Like that's
Yeah.
something we can only do in our show.
Yeah.
And like we leaned into more supernaturally elements with Calypso and things. Like there's a moment we have in one of our clips where he causes where there is a solar eclipse right when the tournament starts. Like
Right.
it's those kind of moments that are cool and fun and give you this like edge of your seat like cheering moment. Like it's those kind of feelings that I just want you to feel like, or when Grim catches a missile and like parries it out of the way. Like
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff that I get excited about, that when we're in the writer's room I'm just like yes.
Yeah.
Some moments are like really cool moments that I think while you're not doing them inputting necessarily, you still get really excited about. And I think it's just about those incredibly fun moments that you only feel when you're watching something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's what I want to bring to the show.
For sure. And I again I give you a lot of credit because I think it does come across as you're watching.
That's
You
great.
live some of those moments and it translates, but it's such a tricky thing to pull off. So
Thank you.
well done. I have to wrap, but I really
Okay.
appreciate the time.
Well, thank you,
Thanks a
George. I
lot, Mike.
appreciate it.
Likewise.